I don't know whether I did a video about this, about Hoover, how this surveillance, these mind control programs, these sabotages first came about. In 2017, I went to the library and I got this book on Corn Protel, Hitler's Secret FBI, the Burglar. It was about how, not Hitler, Hoover, he might as well be Hitler, how he was training his FBI agents to go into people's homes while they were gone and sabotage their things, remove things, paperwork. That's why the book was named The Burglar. That Corn Protel, the government, back then, the congressional hearings told Hoover to stop that surveillance program. Hoover had everybody under surveillance. Politicians, actors, artists, writers, journalists, students, anybody that says something, like they're doing now, the censorship, anybody that says something that was new or brought about, might bring about change or open up forums for ideas and conversation, Truman Capote were all under FBI surveillance. Like I said, Hoover was known for blackmail, a lot of blackmailing. Because once he had everybody on surveillance, anything he found out against you, he used it for his own means of blackmail. So Hoover started to gain a lot of power for his FBI. Now you got to remember, the FBI was formed to protect the elite. Because during the Depression, they was robbing banks, Bonnie and Clyde, Dillinger. So the FBI was formed to go after the bank robbers, to protect the elite. But, like I said, the government told Hoover to stop the government surveillance. He said he would, but he didn't. He changed the name. It has been changed through the years, from Corn Protel to Apache to MK Ultra. Hoover tried to blackmail the Kennedys, Bobby and John. They didn't go for it because they knew something about Hoover that other people didn't know. They knew Hoover was gay, and his second-hand man was his lover. They always dined together, vacation together. Hoover was never seen with a woman. So the Kennedys weren't worried about Hoover blackmailing them because he had the dirt on Hoover. Now, as I mentioned before, John Kennedy was going to drop Johnson from his campaign ticket as his running mate during his next election, because Johnson, all this information was coming out about Johnson's mafia ties and Hoover and Johnson's connection. Hoover and Johnson were lovers. They were intimate. There were photos way back then of Johnson in a dress. But a lot of information started coming in about Hoover, that the government, the ones he was blackmailing, they were protecting him now. They told him they couldn't hide it, so it would be best if he died. So Hoover's death was sudden. But there are plenty of books out there on Hoover. And you guys need to read them. But Hoover started this sabotage, this burglary. He's a monster. All right, guys, I think that's all I want to say about that. But in one of the books, it says Hoover's name ought to be taken off that building, that when the American people find out what kind of monster he was, that he should have never been able to wield that much power. the break-ins. When that Watergate, Hoover was alive. Nixon was his buddies. I seen transcripts of them talking. And they said any free thinker in America could destroy the empire. They had to annihilate free thinking. Free thinking could destroy the empire. So guys, if you can, because they're starting to burn books now. They're like they did in Hitler's. They're starting to burn books. So, they don't want free thinkers. That's why we're in this day and age now of total, almost censorship. They control what our children learn, what we learned in school. They control the libraries, what's available to us in the libraries. So, they control the media. So, do your research if you can, but don't worry about it too much, because all the truth is going to come forward, and everything, all information, all knowledge shall be available to you. All right, guys, that's sabotage. The burglars.